So one of the best ways to really show what Nearpod is capable of is actually to do a quick demo of one. So what I'm going to do right now is just kind of walk through a random science-based Nearpod that I found using the Explore function up above. So this one is investigating the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and it actually has a 3D model that they're going to be using in it, or a VR function that they're using in it. So one of the really important things I wanted to point out is in Nearpod, there's really two awesome functions that you can have. There's the live lesson. So if you want the kids to follow you at a very specific rate, you would click on this, and then as you are moving through the lesson on your computer, the students are automatically being turned to each of those slides or pages. So this is really great if you need the students to follow a specific set of directions before moving on to the next step. Then there's also the student pace. So this is recommended for more of an independent study. So something like review material. If the student knows their own mastery and they can kind of skip through it, this would be a better idea versus having them sit there and wait for the entire class to move on to the next portion. So like I mentioned, this is just a random Nearpod I found using the Explore function. But what I really like about this specific Nearpod too is that it clearly outlines the lesson and it clears out the essential questions and the objectives, which are really great for students who are going to be struggling and trying to figure out, well, why are we doing this? What's also super cool about Nearpod, sorry, I'm kind of skipping through a few things, is that you're able to embed other resources into the actual website. So for example, this teacher in their notes actually embedded a web page that talks about the Leaning Tower of Pisa, how it first started, how much it's tilting every single year. And then from there, the teacher asks the students to actually investigate using a 3D model of the tower, how you think the tower is actually tilting. So this is super cool because students can interact with the actual Nearpod PowerPoint or Nearpod presentation in their own way. So they're able to kind of look at the model, adjust it, see what it looks like, which I think is very cool and very hands-on for the students. And throughout the Nearpod, there's also these critical or questions that you can embed. And depending on how well the student does, you can either, as a teacher, stop them and not let them move on, or you can let them continue on through, which is another really great feature of Nearpod. And this is all a free to a certain point resource. Through my district, we actually do have a subscription to Nearpod, so we've been able to use this. Beginning of last year. Because I didn't have a Chromebook card, I haven't really had the chance to actually explore and use it. So something I'm trying to do this year is pick good lessons where I can embed this into my class instruction.